how to use the idiom and the expression Christmas comes but once a year to supersize and grow your business. It's Christmas time, it's a holiday time, at least here in the United States. Now, we all have different traditions. Different people celebrate different traditions and different things during the holidays. But one thing is for sure, this time of year feels different. At least it does to me. It has for my entire life. My parents did an incredible job with my sisters and I creating Christmas traditions and carrying on Christmas traditions that came from both my mother's side and my father's side of the family. We all have our favorite things about Christmas. I love this idiom because it reminds us that we need to take a breather, stop, not only smell the roses, but celebrate, pay attention to the people we love and care about, pay attention to the reason that we do business in the first place and have our businesses in the first place by acknowledging those people that make it possible. Christmas comes but once a year. This expression actually was by Thomas Tusser in 1573, and he wrote about it in his tome, 500th Points of Good Husbandry, which is entertaining in its title to me anyway. And he said, at Christmas time, play and make good cheer, for Christmas comes but once a year. The phrase defends our enthusiastic celebration and behavior on Christmas because it only happens rarely. So maybe your friend goes out and gets a little tipsy and does something stupid and then says, oh, Christmas comes but once a year, because she's, for whatever reason, she's behaving in a way that she normally wouldn't, except on very rare occasions, very, very seldom. There's also a short film in 1936, an animated film called Christmas Comes But Once a Year, about kids in an orphanage that are all excited about Christmas and getting new toys, only to discover as they unwrap things and begin playing with them that they're broken and damaged and they don't work. Well, then somebody comes in and fixes them for them and makes their Christmas happy after all. So sometimes we need to remind ourselves to take the day off, do something different, let loose, enjoy that figgy pudding or whatever else it is that we love to eat. My favorite thing on Christmas is sunbuckles, and my sister makes my grandmother's recipe of the most delicious frosted cookie ever, and she makes them in these incredible shapes and designs. She's really a cookie master, although she says she's not. She totally is. She's been making them for us and for everybody's celebrations for literally decades or years. For years and years she's been making them. She's got them perfected. They're very putsy though. So how do you take advantage of it? Not take advantage of, but how do you use this time of year to, number one, acknowledge and appreciate the people that you work with and are partnering with to create what it is that you're creating in the world? How do you use it to acknowledge and recognize your customers? In my businesses for Christmas time, I always like to make sure that my previous customers and existing customers know how special they are and that they get special treatment and special offers for continued products and services from us that are never available to people that are not our customers yet. So many people in our businesses, we chase after the new people all the time, and we totally forget to really appreciate the people that have been supporting us from the beginning, or supporting us all along, or continuing to support us on a day-to-day basis, especially in a year like 2020, COVID-19. How many of us are going out of our way to acknowledge and thank? And maybe it's not with gifts or discounts or special offers, but maybe it's just with attention, a quick note or I hate to say it, but email or a text message saying, oh my gosh, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you for this or that. And I'm not talking like the printed out Christmas cards that you send to everybody that's on your customer list, but a special reach out, a special note, a personalized note that you yourself do, not your assistant does 1,000 of them for you, although you might need to do that, but there's a certain number of people that you reach out to and you connect with yourself to let them know how much they meant to you during this past year, and that you're excited to work with them or be involved with them or serve them in the future, whatever is the case. I'm curious, what kind of traditions and gifts do you normally give in your business, and are you doing something different this year because of the pandemic? Is your business actually shuttered right now, and so there's like no way, you're just trying to figure out how to feed the family, you're not concerned about? But I would contend you must be concerned about still reaching out and connecting with the people that you were serving, it so that when you can open up again, you can do it without a hitch. The people will be lined up and waiting at your door to continue to do business with you. if you haven't created an online component for your business right now, no matter what it is, I would say now is the time, right? Like today, immediately, you need to do that. It's not that hard. Even if it's just a social media presence, you have to have some way that people can type your name into a search engine and find you and your business. You just absolutely have to. The days of thinking that it was a luxury, and I thought it was a luxury for decades, that, oh, I'll just get online someday when I get a chance. I had the most pathetic website for my Italian food manufacturing business on the planet because it was never a priority for us. We had our ideal customers, we had our core group of customers, and we were perfectly happy and satisfied with that. Now, as I look back on it now, I think, oh my gosh, shame on us. We could have done and served so many more people with our incredible products and services, but we didn't go to the online world. Now, with COVID-19, it's imperative that people have an online presence, that you have an online presence, that I have an online presence. So curious, are there things that you do for Christmas that you wouldn't do any other time? I, for example, eat certain things on Christmas and, Thanksgiving, and usually my birthday, that I usually don't eat any other time. I will have, birthday cake on my birthday and on certain key people, family members' birthdays, because it doesn't happen very often. But there are, and I'll usually have mimosas. We have mimosas at noon. That's our family tradition, one of our family traditions. Although kids asked me yesterday, what are we doing for Christmas? And I'm like, I have no idea. Nobody knows what's going on for the holidays this year, given, again, all the COVID craziness, all the lockdowns, all the nonsense, all the stuff that's going on to keep us safe. Now, I think that I'm never going to get into that because I could rant off on that. I think that businesses are being destroyed unnecessarily for ulterior motives and reasons that make no sense to anybody that's got a brain. All right, have an amazing day. I'd love to know your thoughts and experiences with Christmas comes but once a year. I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to build and grow your business right now? Take care.